Hey there, guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Let's see who's in here. I've been seeing some weather reports. I'm not jealous. Got a lot of chatting going on. I'm behind. My goodness. Lana, thank you for becoming a new YouTube member. Good morning, Deb. Hello, Amy. Beezer Queen, good morning. Hello, 7 Alibis. Said, looking forward to your discussion. So frustrating with so many players tossed in. I agree. We're going to look at two different scenarios today. Open chat, open panel to see what you guys think. I have a feeling I know which way you're leaning, but it's worth discussing. Superior Dreams brought the coffee. Mighty Mouse, new member. Thank you, Mighty Mouse. Hello, Chris. Chris, you're getting the same weather as me. It just hit like an hour ago. It's nothing but ice coming down. Nothing but nice and nothing but ice. Not nice, ice. And Just Me's going to get it in a second. I told Just Me this morning, I said, we always get the same weather. And she said, well, you should keep it. And I told her, I said, okay, from now on, only clear skies and nice temperatures for you. Guess that makes me a liar because this is going to hit her soon. Uli Girl, good morning. Hello, Dixie. Other Sharon, how are you? Preschool Granny, hello. Gaelic Girl, Amy. I already said Amy, but you got it twice. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Melissa B, you're right. Good morning, and hit that like button. Smooth Tennessee Whiskey. I love the song Tennessee Whiskey. What a cool name. So I hope everybody's doing good and you're not getting this nasty weather. I know Kevin had it the last couple of days, but he said it's all sunny there now. There's Alice. There's Okie Bree. Gabby's mom. Pat, who is on a dream vacation. I've been seeing her pictures. I'm so happy she came in to say hi because we miss her, even though I'd rather be on vacation with her. I'd still be talking to you guys, but I would be on vacation. Deborah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Jared and Teresa, hello. Alicia, what's up, girl? Amanda, hello. So we had two great shows yesterday, guys. We had one, of course, discussing summer and the insanity that Candace has been spewing out or now singing out because that voice was something else. And then for Serenity McKinney, she was found. Her body was found. She was murdered. And if you guys have a chance, go back and check it out. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Julie. Hey, Misunderstood. Let everybody get piled in here. Purple Rain, one of my favorite names. Alexandra, hello. I answered your email earlier. I hope you got it. For some reason, my emails have been sitting in the outbox, and I don't know why. JD Butter, hello. There's ICU. There's DT Driver. There's Dr. Clark and Mama K. Looks like attendance has been called. Like I said, if I miss you, you know the routine. Oh, I did see. I think I saw. Yep, there's Juicy Tequila Bobo. Hey, I see some new names in here, guys. Hit that sub button. Hit it. So as you know, there's not a lot of chatter going on about Summer Wells of course, about Summer Wells. But it's really not case-driven. And I'm not going to stop talking about the case. So when I've had a few comments going, this is boring and stuff like that. Well, be prepared to be further bored because we all know that I'm going to continue talking about the case and rehashing the facts. Just going to keep going it. Just keep going and going and going. We are going to do more discussion about Michael Vaughn. His mother is begging for help. Kat has done amazing work, amazing videos with Michael Vaughn. Chris McDonough did a great show about Michael Vaughn. Josh at the lab has had a couple of great shows, actually had Michael's mother on there. So look out for that because I think the mom definitely needs our help. Hang on. Trinity. Replay Queen is the best. You're going to get some Replay Queen today. Your request has been met. Get ready. The Joy Catcher. Oh, that pic of Candace. The singing. I don't think Kevin got to hear that yesterday, so I think we might have to have some of Candace's top 10 hits today. She's a singer. She is a singer. She seems to be extra calm and content all of a sudden. I would think you would have the weight of the world on your shoulders, but she's singing like a canary. Let's see, I just missed a comment I wanted to put up. Yeah, well, I missed it. Chat's going fast, and I thought I had it slowed down, but you know how it goes with me. You know how it goes. Alexandra, exactly. This fabulous community will do all we can to help Michael's family. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So please look for those lives. I want chat lit up, and I want Michael's mama to see all the support from the CLL community. We got her. We got her. Exactly. Where is Monkey? Where is Monkey? Where is Monkey? And today we're talking about where is Summer? Like, what is really going on here? What is really going on here? Where is Summer? We are almost 9 months into this. No arrest. They said FBI card unit says no abduction. We're down to two things. Did she wander off, or is there foul play? I think you know where I'm leaning, and you damn sure know where Kevin's leaning. But we're going to discuss the possibility that maybe she wandered off. Don't think that I'm giving any get out of jail free card to Dawn, Candace, or Grandis. None. Because they're never going to be off the hook for their neglect, abuse, endangerment, and all their nasty ways. Alicia, America's Got Talent. We were talking about that yesterday. Kat was on panel. And I'm like, it's funny that the host of American Idol on Ryan and Kelly this morning, they must have heard Candace the night before singing. Hello, Muscles and Mascara. Hello, Muscles and Mascara. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, that voice. Well, here's a voice we missed yesterday. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Brooks. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, I missed a lot yesterday. It was a bummer. I hate missing lives, but our weather, I mean, we had that ice storm, and then, you literally could not walk on your driveway. I mean, our ice was over a quarter-inch thick, and the temperature stayed in the teens last night. So, but now it's finally starting to break up a little bit, but it was sunny, but now it's snowing.
It's 15 degrees here, and it's
Ugh.
straight ice coming down.
Yep. Yeah, it's with that kind of ice, you can't. Like yesterday, my grandkids' school was canceled. My wife couldn't go to work, so she worked from home. And today, the school was canceled again. But yeah, this weather, I've had it. Tired of it.
Teresa said, Kevin B., same here in Southeast Wisconsin. You guys are practically neighbors. Thumbelina, thank you for the super sticker.
Yeah, if she's in Wisconsin, yeah, it's not too far from here.
No.
So Candace is a singer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a loser, too.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm going to play something for you, Kevin. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
Kevin, are you ready for this?
Yep, I'm ready, Brooks.
Okay. Is your volume turned up on your laptop?
Yes, it is.
Okay, here we go.
I went skydiving, went Rocky Mountain running. Two boys on a full mountain, and I love these
When the hell does she got to sing about?
Yeah, she's singing. Yeah, JD Butter said, "What was in that Mountain Dew?" Yeah, what was in the Mountain Dew?
Yeah,
She's
no shit.
singing
She sounds
"Live
drunk.
Like You Were Dying" by Tim McGraw. Hey, I love the song. What a pick! What a pick, Candace. And she's grinning, happy.
How can you be like that when your daughter's gone?
I would like to
Wow.
know. I would like
That
to know.
makes me absolutely sick.
I would like to know.
Yeah. I guarantee you she was drinking. I guarantee you.
She was grinning ear to ear from what I saw.
I mean, how can she even be in a festive type mood? You know? Look what they've done to them kids.
I
And
know.
how can they you know what? I'd bury my freaking head in the ground if I was a parent like they are. I'd hide from society. They make me sick.
It's like Joycatcher said, it's tacky. It's
It
tacky.
is very tacky.
It's tacky. It's disrespectful. Your daughter is missing. Your boys are in foster care. You never mentioned the other two that were taken by the state of Wisconsin.
All
But
right.
but you're singing like a bird at the circus.
Unbelievable, isn't it? They they literally have no I don't even know if this is the right word. They literally have no compassion or love or anything for them kids. And I'll tell you what, if those boys get returned to her, I'm gonna blow a gasket.
I am too, because I was about to have a heart attack over the weekend and yesterday. I cannot believe the amount of people that are like, "Oh, I hope she gets her boys
Oh
back."
my
And I'm like,
god.
"Nuh-uh, uh-uh, mm-mm."
Well, in my opinion, the boys will never be returned. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. But if they, let's just say if they did, I might call CPS in Tennessee. That's I can't imagine knowing what CPS knows now, even all the YouTube drama, which they started, okay? Um, the kids in Wisconsin, I'm sure CPS knows about those two. I know that it was in another state, but still, it's there. It shows character. And
Mhm.
if they return them boys back to that hellhole, that is the most disturbing and horrid and horrific and terrible thing that I have ever seen in my life. If those boys are returned to that hellhole.
Right. Yep. And unfortunately, the thing in Wisconsin can't be, they don't have any kind of interstate pact. If they did, she wouldn't have been allowed to leave the hospital in Arkansas with the oldest one her and Dawn have together.
Well, that's a great
Ashley,
point.
it's crazy because the ones who want her to get her kids back are parents themselves. I'm scared for their kids. Exactly what I said yesterday. And the ones that are like, oh, I hope she gets her boys back and all that stuff. Um, these are some of the same people that the minute a child goes missing, they're screaming that CPS should do more, even if CPS wasn't involved. But now they want CPS to not do their job. I think it's
Y-
stupid, stupid, stupid. And I agree 100% with Radio Gods. We need a federal CPS database. They need all 50 states need to communicate between states. When you go to the hospital and you have a baby, you got to tell them who you are. They get your date of birth, they get your social, they get all that stuff, and then they can check. If you are in trouble for neglect and endangerment in another state and you've had children ripped away from you, when you leave that hospital, you don't have a baby with you. I totally think that should happen.
Yeah, so do I. That's a great comment, and that's start something. Um, the thing of it is, listen, the abuse and the neglect is there, but I wouldn't return them just on the fact of the drugs and alcohol alone.
I know, and I keep thinking about like Oakley Carlson, and I think about all of these, and I think about all these different cases. And it's kind of the fake it till you make it thing. And like they have a 6-month window to do it, but then they add another 6 months, another 6 months, another 6 months. They get a few clean piss tests, a couple of safe overnight stays, and they do the right thing, or she does the right thing when she sees them with the social worker there. They get to go home.
But
I don't like it. I don't like it.
But now Don's in jail. So he's got he's got to wait at least 6 months, I guess, before he can't do rehab until he gets out of jail, correct?
Yeah, in 6 months.
Okay. Well, the boys aren't going to be returned within 6 months. They're going to wait for Don and Candace both, wouldn't they?
I don't know. That's not what I was told, but I don't know.
I don't think, this is my opinion. I don't think the boys will. I don't think they will ever get their kids back. But if they do,
that's my wishful thinking too. But we know the world that we live in, and we know it's very, very possible. We talk about it every day. I don't want that to happen either. I even said yesterday, I'm like, what did those boys do to you that you want them to not have a second chance?
That is like throwing your children to the wolves. After CPS, they know all this shit that's gone on YouTube. I know they do. I'll bet you they know all the drama, all that shit. And if they return them boys, man, I don't know what I can do about it, but I got a real problem with that. That is not right. You might as well just throw them to the lions.
Yeah, it makes me sick. Makes me sick.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. I get furious.
One, that there's a possibility it could happen, and two, that people encourage it. And
I don't understand where that's have these people not seen their behavior?
And and their behavior doesn't disqualify them from getting their kids back, believe it or not.
Unbelievable.
Mama Bear of 10, Brooks, I'm a foster mom for almost 15 years. Can I email you? Yep. CLL72020@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from her.
Me too. Crime time. They both will have to do a lot of work to get them back. I don't see it happening.
Me either.
I don't either. He'll be able to do the work because he's in jail. He's not left to his own devices anymore. Right. Her, I think she'll go right back to what she was doing. I think this is all to get more cash out money. Or she wants them back so she can get state benefits. Because times 4 is better than times 1.
In my opinion, if she gets too much cash out money, she's gonna OD.
And we don't wish that either, because we want to find out what happened in the summer.
She's reckless, man. They both are. They're dangerous. They're reckless. And they want to put them boys back in there. That is absolutely cray-cray, in my opinion.
Yep.
That is terrible. If they return them kids. That is... Whoever makes if that happens, and whoever makes that final decision, the judge or what, I think they need a lobotomy.
Yeah, I do too.
That's my opinion. That's crazy. That's the last place them boys need to go.
Arabian Horses Forever said, the sad thing is they take kids from parents that are way better than the Wells. Then the kids are hurt by adoptive or foster parents. That's true too. It's a sick cycle, because look at what happened to Candace's older 2 children. They were abused in foster care. There's no win-win for the kids. I just really want these boys to have a second chance at a normal life. I really hope that where they're at is a healthy, safe environment, that they're being looked after, checked on by CPS a lot. And I really hope they're not returned to her.
I wish I was the judge and sheriff in Hawkins County. Yeah.
You want to be the judge and the sheriff, Kevin? So you're going to wear 2 hats?
Sure.
Can you be the DA too? Because I got some work for you to do.
There we go.
All right. Damn. All right. It's comment time, Kevin. You ready?
Oh, man. I love comments. I'm ready.
All right. Comment from yesterday's show. If those boys are sent back, let's look into their futures. What kind of parents are they going to be?
That's a great comment.
Yep. She said they are past their formative years and much damage has already been done.
Yep.
If their foster parents are able to negate any of that damage, they may at least have somewhat of a chance. These are generational problems and they must be corrected or society is doomed. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, that was a great, great comment. That's why I love these comments.
I do too. I go through every single one of them.
Yep, and I read them all too.
And I absolutely adore this comment. Thank you, Catherine. Dee Dee said, now mind you, I got the comment over the weekend. I read yesterday because I had to miss Monday. I had an emergency that morning. Nothing big, just something came up. A lady messaged me, it was just on the channel, it wasn't an email. And she said, are you going to feel bad if Summer was eaten by a bear?
Oh my.
And I was like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. You know, as long as she wasn't abducted, I'm glad a bear ate her. Really?
Yeah. I was like, what a dumbass thing to ask me. Of course I would be upset. Stupid. But I think we're way past that point.
Let me tell you something. If Summer, I mean, this is so ridiculous, but if Summer would have got attacked by a bear, they would have heard that. So, that's ridiculous. And bears don't. Yeah.
Well, and I don't want to be gruesome, but they make a mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
There would have been drag marks. There would have been.
Yeah.
We don't even need to go describe it.
Nope. So got a comment in relation to that. Bears don't swallow a child whole.
Right.
This isn't a fairy tale. It's not like Little Red Riding Hood, where the big bad wolf swallows the grandmother whole. I cannot believe someone would ask you that. Yep, I about shit and fell back in it too when I read it.
Yeah, I explained what bears do, you know, on another live. We hunted them, I know, with
Right.
bow and with gun. And they either stay on their prey and eat it till it's gone, or they cover it up with sticks and all that kind of, and they come back and feed on it. They do one of the two things. And they're mostly nocturnal, bears are.
Yeah, and she went missing in the afternoon.
Yeah. No bear took her. No coyote took her. No snake took her. The only people, in my opinion, that took her was her own parents.
Yep, we're going to discuss two different scenarios today and see
There
what
we go.
everybody thinks.
Yep.
Yeah, that whole, I could not believe that somebody asked me that. Actually, I can. I've been asked a lot. I've been asked crazier stuff. Okay. Love this comment. It's a long comment, so just bear with me because I have my glasses on and I actually had to still blow up the font. When Candace, said she had to let Summer go to concentrate on the boys, I believe she had listened to Michael Vaughn's mother, who said she needed to keep living no matter how sad she was for her other children. We do know over the last almost 9 months, and yep, we're getting to the 9-month mark, that they do watch other social media and they do take pages from their playbooks. I love this comment, especially this part. The difference is Michael's mother is truly broken and has gone above and beyond and continues to find her little boy. Candace thought she could also say it and it be believable. The difference is Candace has never done anything or showed any emotion when it comes to Summer. Dawn's sister Mary said she believes Dawn was waiting in the basement for Summer, and that's why he was in the red Subaru that day. Him and Candace planned it so the boys would honestly say Summer went to the basement. He took her out of the basement and took off with her, either selling her or, God forbid, killing her. Well, either or is God forbid. This makes the most sense to me. It's also sad and heartbreaking. I hope someday we will all know the truth. Also, most people who would go to jail during this horrible time that their daughter was missing, I believe he would say, I guess I missed something. I believe he would say, I can't be in here. I need to be out there finding my daughter. But no, it's all about Dawn. Yeah, it's always been about Dawn. Always been about Dawn. Always. Dawn's a liar. I don't know how Mary put that together exactly. Because even though, Dawn's a POS and Candace is too, that's a big thing to put out there in the air. But They were focused on the basement for some reason, but then they were focused on the swing. Then we were planting flowers. Then we were doing dishes. Then Dawn was at work. Then she was doing laundry. And then when we call 911, what do we hear?
So I got a question. This just, I can't believe I forgot or whatever, but when it was said that Summer got a piece of candy from Grandma, was that after or before they planted their freaking lying flowers?
When they got done planting flowers, she got a piece of candy from Grandma. And then Candace walked her over to the porch and watched her walk inside.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I just wonder why they threw the candy in there. I just don't. I mean, the planting flowers, okay, they were planting flowers. Why is it so important that she got a piece of candy?
To
I don't
throw
know.
in
That's I just
extra
always.
detail, extra detail,
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure when the deputies, when Hawkins County got there, on June 15th, Candace isn't the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but I think she could figure out that that they already were suspicious, that what she was saying made no sense. She calls 911, says she had taken a run or taken a walk and came back, and 10 minutes later she was gone. So you've got to have something going on in that to back that up.
right.
So she already knew they weren't buying her shit. So then we have to come up with another story.
Yeah. Let's just keep adding lies to the story. You know, the whole thing is just. But anyway, back to, yeah, that's unbelievable.
Hang on. There's a
Anyway, that last comment was a great comment.
great comment. Spirit Seekers, what do you guys think about Don saying he had 7 alibis and Candace had none and she was going down? I think they were both drunk. He was taunting her to make a fight. What I don't understand is her laying there in the recliner saying, I know. I don't understand why she didn't say, hey, buddy, you're going down too. Or, no, I'm not. You are. She just said, I know. That's what's always really gotten me.
I'd love to know what the 7 alibis are. That'd be very telling.
Yeah.
Hell, we'd probably solve the case if we knew the 7 alibis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a huge puzzle piece if that's true.
Well, I'm going to go to the TBI update from June 17th. Remember, this is just not even 48 hours from when she was reported missing. And it kind of seems like they were leaning towards, they felt like she had wandered off. I watched it several times. I've seen it a million times. And we're just going to try to catch a little here and there, as we always do, stop it and talk about it.
There we go.
We go.
Good afternoon. I'm Leslie Earhart with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We had hoped to have good news to share with you by now, but unfortunately, we do not. The search for 5-year-old Summer Wells remains ongoing. Today, teams continue to search the area around Ben Hill Road, and officers and agents continue to follow up on any leads that come in.
You can hear the helicopters hovering. They were all over that area.
Many have asked how they can assist with the search. At this time, we are not asking for volunteers to assist. What we are asking is for residents to continue to share photos of Summer and information from credible sources.
I love when they say credible sources because they haven't had a damn one, including the parents and grandma.
You know, you have a lot of questions about the search area and the process. For that reason, Sheriff Lawson has arranged for Captain Tim Coop to elaborate on those efforts. He's with the Churchill Rescue Squad. and is serving as the incident commander of ground search operations. Tim?
Thank you, Leslie. As Lowe's elaborated, I wish we could have better news than we do now. From notification of Miss Summer going missing, we have implemented several methods of search and rescue, with most of these that we continue to do. We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical THB and TBI assisting us with fixed wing, multiple drones, and 4 different canine units. The day that she went missing, we searched from the time of notification until dark. We searched all day yesterday, resumed this morning, continuing on throughout the rest of our operational period, utilizing multiple ground crews, drones, fixed wing, and also helicopter with canines on standby.
Okay, so notice they said we want everyone to share her picture, share her picture, share her picture. Sorry to let my cat out again. Hang on. Kevin muted himself. Mighty Mouse, thank you for the super sticker. Can you please ask your fans to sign Summer's Law? Yep, I'm going to put it on my community tab. You bet. Send me a link and I'll do it, because what I keep getting is something that you can't link to. No, I have it. I think it was just shared with me a couple days ago. I got it through my text. I need it in my email.
Some of the issues we're encountering with the search is the steep and dangerous terrain. With the steep and dangerous terrain, we're also experiencing issues behind us very dense canopy coverage, including very dense ground cover, causing search efforts to become very difficult, taking extra time to cover these areas adequately, exhausting teams a lot quicker, in turn causing longer for these grounds to be covered, allowing those teams for recovery and rehab. We have currently covered at this time at 1 mile from the last seen by ground.
Okay, so right there he said we've covered 1 mile from the residence. So they started at the house. Went around basically, I guess, the mountain, if you want to call it that they live on, the hill. And but within 48 hours, they had gotten 1 mile out. So you got dogs, helicopters, drones, and everything else he mentioned. What are you thinking, Kev?
Well, in my opinion, if she wandered off, how do I want to say this? If I truly believe if she wandered off, they would have found her. But now, did she wander off? Possibility? Yeah, she could have wandered off.
Yeah.
My opinion is no way possible, but you can't take that off the table.
No. And that's the
Anything
two
is possible
scenarios
in this shit show.
Yeah. And like, Ronnie Lawson keeps saying, I don't know what that noise is. Ronnie Lawson keeps saying, of course, everyone is still a suspect. Everything is still on the table. And they must learn that in sheriff's school. Because I swear to God, every time a sheriff does a press conference, they always say everything's still on the table. That must be something they learn in sheriff's school. I don't know.
What is yeah, let's look at the possibility. Okay, if she wandered off, okay, let's look at that possibility. What would be some of, well, how do I want to say this? Like, if she wandered off, what evidence would there be to prove that?
The only evidence would be finding her.
Right.
That'd be the only evidence, because obviously there would be no communication between Candace, and Grandis, or whoever of anything nefarious. It would just be she wandered off.
Right. Yeah. Why? Yeah. That's a great point, Brooks, right there.
And I talked to a local yesterday for quite a while, and she explained, she was like, I know it's not a popular theory, but she said it's very probable. She explained the terrain, the Johnson grass, how even in the wintertime, it would cover her up and you couldn't see her. Places she could have fallen into. There's two reasons that Candace did not tell the truth on June 15th, and she did not tell the truth.
Well, now look, if Summer wandered off, right,
Mhm.
and fell, let's say she fell down in a hole, they would have found that hole.
I don't know anything. I'm just going off of what this woman said. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
I
just for
know.
a discussion.
Yeah,
I
I'm just,
don't know that. I don't know. I mean, I've been through East Tennessee a few times. I'm certainly not an expert on the terrain. And like I said, it's just a discussion, you know.
right. And you're right. The Johnson grass, I've always said that Summer's near Johnson grass. That's for sure. That's my opinion. But yeah, I mean, she could have wandered. Um,
Like
but
I'm thinking about the little boy in Colorado, and his parents were under suspicion for quite a while, and they found him like a year later, and they said no, he had wandered off. But they
right.
never did clear them because they didn't know. I am in no way, shape, or form ever letting Dawn, Candace, or Grandis off the hook. Now, it would be quite an anomaly for her to wander off the day before CPS was going to show up. Let me say that too. But like I
And
said, it's a discussion.
right. And starting school.
Yeah, and starting, I don't really think they're that forward thinking, if you know what I mean.
Right. I'm just, and if she did wander off, how far can she get in bare feet?
But how do we know she was barefoot?
I don't know, because you can't believe a damn thing they say.
No, I don't believe what she had on. I don't believe.
No.
I mean, look at the description Brandy gave about Michael Vaughn, or
Right.
actually his father. I'm sorry, it's to a T. It's like
Yep.
with Candace, it's very vague. Oh, she's barefoot. Well, she said she's barefoot because that way she wouldn't have wandered off. She said she wouldn't have gone past the swing.
Oh, great point.
Hunter said the exact same thing. Why is Hunter being a parakeet to Candace? He said she wouldn't have gone past the swing. Hunter, you're not her daddy. How do you know?
That was a great point that you just made about Candace saying she had shoes off just to throw off the search.
I mean, it could also be that, I mean, like Hunter was talking about, and mind you, Candace is still at fault here. She's still at fault. You know, he said there's been many times that she's gotten high and drunk out in the yard, imagine, and thought her kids were missing and found them later. Could she have gone home and gotten into her hippie house stash and the R&R whiskey and, pulled one of these on the screen and then realized Summer was gone, but she can't tell Dawn she passed out and can't find Summer? I don't know, because they won't consider anything except abduction, meaning Dawn and Candace. I don't know. Like I said, it's a discussion.
Well, I'm trying to just fit scenarios of her wandering off, where she could have gone, how far she could have made it.
I
How
don't
far
know.
can a little 5-year-old get in, okay, let's just say 10 minutes. How far could they really get?
Hey, I gotta look at this real quick.
I just don't know where.
Kids move fast. I could not believe when little Vady went missing and how far away they actually found her.
Right.
Dana, my brother lives in Tennessee. He said woods in Tennessee have swamp bogs covered with thick vines. If you happen to step in one, you get caught in it, tangled up in the vines, and get caught up in the vines trying to get out. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, plus there's water moccasins and cottonmouths in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. And again, if they thought she was abducted, they would have been in an instant panic. They weren't.
Nope.
But why did they not ever? Of course, they're not going to talk about foul play, especially now that she's got a karaoke night coming up. If you thought she wandered off, but she would never go down that road. She won't go past the swing. I don't know.
They told us that she would never wander off.
Well, they also said that she was barefoot.
Yep.
You just got back from town. She didn't go to town barefoot, but now she supposedly was barefoot. How would you know if you didn't see her? How could you tell us that she was barefoot if you didn't see her?
How could you go for a walk and not notice something out of the ordinary?
Yeah. Yeah, there's red flags everywhere. Red flags everywhere. I mean, has been since day one.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she wandered off, that'll blow my mind that they didn't find her. Seriously.
In that terrain, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't surprise me. I'm serious. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, it could happen for sure.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm not saying that 100% that she did not wander off, because anything is possible in this shit show. Seriously, it really is. But I was just trying to think of why they wouldn't have found her if she just wandered off within 10 minutes. But we're going by what Candace says.
Yeah, and we can't ever go by what she
No,
says.
see, that's the thing.
But she was adamant she wouldn't have wandered off. Dawn was adamant she wouldn't have wandered off. And Candace is simple-minded enough to not want to tell them that, hey, she got heavy into the booze and lost track of time and didn't realize Summer was gone. But she's also...
that's actually a very good scenario in that house.
But she also isn't going to tell them that she went driving around because of some other reason. You see what I'm saying? We got two scenarios here. Did she wander off, or is there foul play? I don't know. I just thought it was a very interesting point this woman brought to me. And I'm being serious here. I would rather believe that Summer wandered off than something terrible, terrible, terrible happened to her by the hands of her parents.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, me too. I don't hope that Summer was beaten and murdered. That's horrible. I hope they find her alive, but in my opinion, not a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, we got it.
Yep. But could she have wandered off? Yep.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm. And like you've always said, Brooks, you've been doing this a long time, and you've always said when we find out what really happened, it'll blow our minds.
It will. And what I just can't get over about this case, that's why I'm actually considering this, because like I said, I like to discuss everything. Because, I mean, I don't work for the TBI. I don't work for Hawkins County. I don't know what's really going on. I don't really know what's going on. But something here has not made sense for a long, long time. I'm looking at all of these recent cases where they arrest the parents right off the bat. In this case, they didn't. And they could have easily, but they didn't. Not only that, they leave 3 minor children with them for over a month. So are they really thinking that she wandered off? Would they really leave those boys with 2 people or 3 that they believe contributed to the disappearance of Summer Wells? I don't know. Like I said, it's a suggestion, a discussion.
What I can't believe is, this is as far as we know, that Candace hasn't gotten in trouble for giving alcohol to Hunter and vapes.
But would Allie press charges? Supposedly his dad is going to. Why hasn't that been done?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I prefer to think she wandered off,
Well, Hunter and his dad and Allie, that's another circus.
Mm-hmm.
God, come on. That's ridiculous.
Tiffany said Ellie needs to get the whole network. Yep, I think there's such a cast of characters here. I think that's another show we're doing next week. We're going to look at the whole circle. That could be a reason Dawn and Candace were never arrested, or Candace especially.
And what's that?
So by the end of the day, we will have covered 2 ground miles. assisting with THP, expanding theirs to a minimum of 4 miles of aerial aviation searching. As she stated, residents of this area, everybody continues to ask, well, she wandered off, why did somebody not see her? This part of the community, the residents are very spread out. Some may from one hilltop to the other hilltop, or at the start of a road, and you may go a mile back before you ever get to another residence. So making that very difficult for residents just to be able to be at home, outside working or something, and notice her leaving that area. As we continue, we will continually assist Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, TBI, and FBI with this search as long as they deem necessary. And as Leslie stated, at this time, we are not asking for any public and or volunteers to assist in the search. A lot of people wonder why. Due to the extreme terrain, the nature of this, trying to locate her, trained professionals is what we need at this time to make sure that these residents don't become endangered and turn around and expand this issue with having to search for somebody else. Thank you.
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions and I'll offer.
So right there, they were already saying, like I said, within 24 hours and 48 hours, they are already saying, that's just not the case. There's no abduction. They have said that very early on. So again, did she wander off or is there foul play? Don't forget to remember their pasts.
Yeah, that's very important. Their behavior and their character. That is very, very important. Huh.
An opportunity to say anything if he wants to.
What time was she last seen and who reported her missing in the family?
Sure.
I don't like this because he doesn't answer the question, but listen to how he answers, which tells me they don't know the last time she was seen. So anyway, I don't like how he answers this. I'm not picking on him. I don't like the answer.
Her parents reported her missing right around 6:30 p.m.
That's not what they asked. When was she last seen? That tells me when they were there on June 15th and they asked Candace, what time did you last see her? She couldn't give a definitive answer because he won't say it.
Last seen when she was reported missing around that time when she last seen her living after
That time is varied because they were searching for their child.
That time can't be varied. Listen, that time is varied, he said, because they were searching themselves. They were not searching. And if they were searching, then they would have known the last time they saw her.
They've never searched.
But you see what I'm saying? He's skating around the question from the media. What time was she last seen?
Right.
He skates around it. If I was that journalist, I'd be like, no. We know if they're searching for her, they're looking for her. When did they, or Candace was at home, Grandis was at home. What time did they last see her? He skates around it for some reason. That's never sat well with me. And like I said, I'm not picking on him. There's a reason he's not telling them the time.
Yeah, there's a reason.
I don't know why that lady didn't catch that, because they were searching for her themselves. She clearly asked, what time did they last see her? Like I said, I think he skates around it. This is just, like I said, this is just what I think. Because when they got there on June 15th, they had to have asked Candace, what time did you last see her? It seems like, kind of like with the Chris McDonough interview. Oh, I don't keep track of time. I don't know.
You would know exactly.
You would have some kind of answer.
For
like
sure.
around 3:30 or something like that. But he can't give a time. And I think that's because this was really early on. And Jackie, hang on. Jackie just said this. She said, whether they are searching or not doesn't change the last time they saw her. Exactly. What does that tell you? They're clearly asking, when was the last time they saw her? And we can't get an answer.
Yeah, I'd love to know that answer.
I have a feeling there isn't an answer because I have a feeling she didn't give them one.
Just a minute, Kara.
Lisa said, I think Candace was asleep, maybe got woke up in a bad mood. Yep, I'm wondering. Trust me, I am. Because I'm going to rewind this just a little bit.
Her parents reported her missing right around 6:30 p.m.
But when did they say when she was last seen? I know she was reported missing around that time when she last seen earlier in the afternoon or the day.
That time is varied because they were searching for their child themselves.
That time is varied because they were searching for their child themselves. He's directly not answering the question. He knows what he was asked. What time was she last seen?
I have a question for Captain. Just wanted to see, are you asking for assistance from other agencies? I know yesterday you mentioned 19 agencies helping out with the quick turnover in personnel. It sounds like that are searching. Are you all looking for other agencies and surrounding counties to help? What is the hours that you all are searching?
Yeah, so hours of operation this time are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have, like Leslie stated yesterday, we have utilized at this time 19 different agencies throughout the state of Tennessee. We also have multiple agencies outside of our jurisdiction in burning states, and also expanding to Middle Tennessee to having these teams on standby.
You talked about any tips. Can you give me an idea of the magnitude of tips that you've gotten so far? And the amount of time that's passed, is there concern that's less likely to find it?
Of course, the longer this goes, the more concerned we get. At this stage, we've received nearly 50 leads. None have panned out so far.
50?
Yes, approximately 50 at this point.
What are some of the
About 50 tips, and we know what those tips were. We have a good idea. It was people calling in saying, look at the parents. Serena, thank you for picking that up. Serena, thank you, thank you, thank you. Serena, they were searching for their child. So Dawn was home. We already caught the slip with Brian Inton when he said we weren't paying attention. So what is it? Did she wander off or what? What's going on, Dawn?
Yep.
I don't know. That was an awesome catch.
A very good catch.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Kat just made it in. She's got a note from her mom. She sent a super chat, says, sorry I'm late, and I have a note from my mom. You're going to get a spanking, Kat.
You've been a naughty kitten, Kat.
Uh-oh. Don't title her like that. She'll like it.
Is there any history with this family with law enforcement or anything you're aware of?
Sure.
Summer lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
Are these her biological parents, mother and father?
See if you catch what I caught. Hang on. Okay, so when Ronnie Lawson comes up and he describes the living situation, catch what he says. This is really important, okay?
Is there any history with this family with law enforcement or anything you're aware of?
Sure.
Summer lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
Lived with, past tense. Not Summer lives with her parents and siblings. When the sheriff is using past tense in less than 2 days, we got a problem.
Yeah, in my opinion too. That's very, very telling. I agree with that. For sure.
Yep, he already knows it's bad.
Summer lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
And notice how he's in like clothes you would wear to church. He doesn't have on a uniform or anything. He realized something in a couple of days.
Are these her biological parents, mother and father?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any history of her
1 second. Sorry.
any history of your own? Going to their home or anyone in their home who there's criminal history with?
The father has a criminal history.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't have it with me.
Is any of the family person of interest?
Everybody's a person of interest till we find Summer. The most important thing is find Summer. That's what it's all about. That's why we're doing the ground searches, the aerial searches, and finding her is first and foremost.
Are you concerned that this could be an abduction at this point after so much time has passed?
Everything's on the table. I mean, we're looking at everything, crossing every T, dotting every I, and turning every stone.
I swear to God, they learned that in sheriff's school. Hell, my local sheriff says that everything's still on the table.
That's why we have 2 different operations. Captain's operations is search and rescue, and law enforcement operation is look into this incident and find Summer.
Is the father's criminal record irrelevant in this investigation?
No, sir.
I've also heard there's been speculation of the siblings in the household. Just wasn't sure if you're able to elaborate.
Okay, so he's asked if the father's criminal history, obviously they hadn't had time to check out Candace's, because mind you, this is less than 48 hours, and he said it's not relevant to her disappearance. Well, little did you know, Ronnie. Little did you know at the time.
I'd like to know Candace's background police check. I'd like to know that.
It's everywhere. We did a whole show about it.
Is that right? I don't remember. I must not have been. Yeah. I mean, I know about her CPS stuff, but as far as anything criminally, I mean, like.
She's got a lot of shit going on.
Right.
The siblings at all.
They have 3 others besides Summer.
Older, younger,
Older.
sisters?
Older.
One more question, guys. Anybody have another question? Okay.
I had a question. We've heard about issues with communications between search teams regarding like your cell coverage as well as the radios. Can you elaborate on that? What those issues have been and how they've impacted the search?
Well, Captain, he can relate to that as far as law enforcement. We can't hardly communicate at all on a
Sorry, I had to sneeze, and I tried to mute my mic, guys. I tried to cover up with my sleeve. I'm sorry.
radios and cell phones are out of the question, but thanks to AT&T and Verizon, he can tell you about that. They've been a big help to us. Go ahead.
Elaborate on that real quick. AT&T and Verizon both have bought cell phone service boosters to our command post to help try to utilize cell phone coverage, which is still very spotty for most of the area. Radio communication between ground crews and also aerial aviation has been very difficult due to the state that our radio system's in at this time. For ground crew operations, we're having to utilize anywhere from 4 to 6 different radio channels to make sure we have the coverage where everybody's accounted for.
Real quick, when you said that the search area you covered was about a mile, did you mean a square mile or a radius around the residence?
That is going to be a radius from around the residence from the last point of her household.
The radius from around her residence from her household. Last point of her household.
Brooks, another thing. Remember? Okay, they had to bring in additional towers and all that because of the cell phone coverage.
Mm-hmm.
But why did Don say he was on the phone the whole time with Candace and never lost connection? That right there to me was a red flag. Huge.
To throw her under the bus.
Yep. I'm just saying though, you've got these cops saying they had to bring in tower. I mean, they did. They brought in because it was so spotty, but yet Don could be on the phone with Candace the whole way home. I don't believe that whatsoever.
Well, that'd be easy for them to figure out. That wouldn't take long to figure out at all.
Right.
Joy Catcher said, being real here, Candace was more than likely born disadvantaged. Yep, without a doubt. But she's high enough functioning, know right from wrong. Yep. Been screaming that for months. She knows. She knows.
Thanks everybody for being here. Just to clarify, ground search efforts end around 8 o'clock. However, if we do receive any phone calls giving us a credible lead, we do follow up on those leads throughout the night. Thanks for being here. Any updates will be posted on our Twitter feed, and we'll update you again as soon as we have something available. Thank you.
All right. So I always think the stuff from the beginning is very telling because there's so much stuff, even though we've been over it a million times. And there's always something else in there. Always, always, always.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, it's very obvious that they didn't believe in abduction very, 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 very early on.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
No.
So, okay, we can throw that one. But now, as far as the wandering off, that is a interesting theory. It really is.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
What is chat saying about that? About her wandering off?
Several people are saying that she could have wandered off, especially, I mean, you know, the local I talked to yesterday, she was like, she could, and Candace could have lied and just, you know, and not told anybody what she was doing. You know, I think about, you know, Hunter saying, you know, she would get drunk and high or whatever, and she would not realize her kids were gone, or she would think her kids were gone and all that stuff. I don't know. Most people believe there's some foul play involved somewhere in this, and it goes right back to the property somehow.
Yep.
Right. I mean, you just can't ignore the abusive past and the crowd of characters they have around them.
That's just it. That's the whole thing right there in a nutshell. There's no white knight in this story.
Mm-mm.
At all, except us, the CLL, you know, Summer's Army. We're the white knights because other than that, there aren't any that surround them animals.
I'm going to answer this comment. At Crime Lines and Lies, what do you think about the story of Jody Sue's son hitting her with the truck? It was a red truck. I have heard that several times, and I talked to a law enforcement person that said they would have seen blood and like the dogs would have picked up something.
Yeah, that's a great point. The dogs would have, I think, alerted on that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could the dogs have made a mistake? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go there because, I mean, they bring out several teams of dogs. They don't just
Right.
have one dog.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
I mean, that's what I think. I mean, I think there would have been a hit, especially on fresh blood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I agree.
Unless you have the dumbest dog in the county that has never been trained.
You mean like the 50 million Wells dogs?
Well, even they would have been, I mean, even the dogs, I mean, I'll never get over the dogs, but I mean, even they would have, I mean, obviously, I mean, hell, my cat would have picked up on fresh blood.
Yep, agreed.
She said, if it wasn't going fast, it could have been internal bleeding only. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be gruesome, but when we pass away, our bodies immediately start expelling things, and the dogs would have picked up on that. I mean, anything's possible. I don't see it.
That's very true too, because I witnessed that.
I have to.
Yeah, and it's not a pretty thing. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that, yeah, you lose control of your bowels and your urine and all that. But anyway,
Yeah. I mean, and even though, I mean, some people it's a slow process, but I mean, still there's a very distinct something going on.
yep.
I don't know. And I don't know why they wouldn't turn in someone that ran their child over and cover it up.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I don't know.
Even if it was, I don't know. I'm just using this. If it was a drug deal or something, let's say somebody sped off and hit her or whatever. But in my opinion, I think if she would have been hit by a vehicle on that road, that the dogs would have alerted on that. And I think that we would not be sitting here today talking about this.
Nope. And White Rabbit is 100% right. I think we don't have enough information to make a solid case other than bad past, etc. But law enforcement knows so much they're not saying. And that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Thank you.
And
By
you
the
know
way,
what?
by
In
the
my
way,
opinion, I'm glad law enforcement is keeping it close to the vest. I really am. Sure, I'd love to hear a screaming update. I really would.
mhm.
But then on the other hand, there's a reason they ain't talking.
Well, I mean, they never do. They got to save that for the trial. White Rabbit. So, at what point do you think they dispose of her if they're involved? Time frame, I mean, and who did it? Ooh, I don't know. Man, I don't know. I mean, somewhere between dropping off Hunter at 2:30 and 6:30 when she called.
Yeah, there's like 3 hours, right?
Well, I'm counting 4, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. So
Oh, okay.
something went down that afternoon.
Yep.
All right, so this is the actual last update we have via video from Leslie.
I'm Leslie Earhart with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. 6 months ago, 5-year-old Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in Hawkins County. The case remains unsolved and weighs heavily on those working to find answers. Today, the investigation remains active and ongoing as TBI agents work alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI to determine what happened to Summer. Investigators have executed numerous search warrants, collecting all potential evidence. We've spoken with anyone and everyone associated with the Wells family, in some cases more than once. This includes neighbors, acquaintances, and those working in the area the day she disappeared. We've used a plane, helicopters, divers, canines, and every resource available to us during search efforts. Despite the countless hours of tireless work, the circumstances surrounding her disappearance remain unclear. At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. However, all avenues continue to be explored, including foul play and the very real possibility that she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous and rough terrain.
Now, why is Leslie saying the very real possibility she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous terrain?
You think that's strategy by LE?
If that's their strategy, I'm going to lose my mind because that strategy sucks out the ass because they left 3 minor children with them for over a month. Why would you leave those kids in the lurch?
I don't know. They give them back to shitty parents every day, don't they?
Yeah, that would be a terrible thing to do.
It'd be a terrible thing to return them boys, period. My opinion. I hope to God none of that happens.
Nope, but I just don't, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know 100% of any of this.
Nope.
Could she wandered off? Yep. Could she have been abducted? Yep. Could, does Ellie have it all wrong? I don't think all of it, but yeah, I mean, there's always possibilities, right? In everything.
Well, there's a big puzzle piece missing, obviously, but
Yep.
they're going towards two things. Foul play, they've ruled out abduction, and she's emphasizing the very real possibility she could have wandered off. If you want to put this to rest, say we are investigating this as if she wandered off. Stop it all today. None Beasley. It's coming down pure ice in northwest Arkansas. Yep, it's coming down like that here too.
The sun's out.
And there's no evidence that she was abducted. However, all avenues continue to be explored, including foul play and the very real possibility that she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous and rough terrain surrounding her home. We are asking anyone who saw Summer at any time on Tuesday, June 15th to come forward if they haven't done so already. We appreciate the public's ongoing interest in this case and urge anyone with credible information to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
So that was actually the last real update we had, and that was at the 6-month mark. It's hard to believe that we had to have another show for the 8th-month mark. And I'm still sitting here with more questions than answers. And like Cammie said, there's no evidence. No evidence. The card unit said there's no sign of an abduction. Did she wander off? Hell, I don't know. I don't see how they couldn't have found her in 8 months. Foul play, that's where I'm leaning. There we go, Lori. Why are we not asking the real question? Why aren't they looking for Summer, pleading for Summer, or doing anything for Summer to help find Summer? Because they know. The parents' reactions I'll never get over. And don't think that's not going to come into play down the road. Their reactions to their child being missing has always been the craziest thing to me. Lex Luthor, in my opinion, Brooks, if 500,000 people invest in this case are all leading to the parents and Grams being suspects, and yeah, everyone's leaning that way. They're like, something had to have happened. Something had to have happened en route during that day on that property. There's some crazy theories out there. I don't really get into those. But like Dina said, it's been a weird roller coaster. And the fact that nobody has been arrested, and they could easily arrested those two, or at least one of them for sure. At least one of them. But I just cannot believe that we're coming on the 9-month mark and we're still sitting here going, the hell happened? It makes no sense. But we got a big treat coming up for you guys. A big one. Kevin is launching his channel today. Oh, he's muted.
Yes, I this is super bad timing, but I got to deal with something with the grandkids. I'll be right back. Sorry.
That's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Abby, thanks for answering questions and having such a nice chat room. This is the best, not gonna lie, best community and best chat on YouTube. Everybody here gets along so good, and we just discuss different theories and thoughts. We don't know what's going on because we don't have the case file, if you know what I mean. But we just look at all different scenarios and everything. So let me find the link to Kevin's channel real quick. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. Beverly. Your child abducted, you would be outside up and talking. Yep, you would. Yep. Had a bunch of new names in here, guys. Hit the sub button. If anybody has the link to Kevin's channel, put it up. If not, I'll find it real quick. I should have had it handy. I'll grab it real quick. Let me see. Give me a second. All right, I'm putting it in here right now. There you go. So you guys grab that. And it's at noon Central Time. I don't know what time zone everybody's in. Maria, exactly. That's what I've been waiting on. Then the phones should say a lot. You're exactly right. Carla, yes. I remember Candace saying that Hun meeting Hunter. Candace did take Hunter back home with them. Oh, she did. Well, then there's a lot of people in on this. I'm telling you, because Hunter's girlfriend's mom said she picked him up at 3:00 that day. And why these people would cover for whatever went on Ben Hill Road are disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting. All right, guys, thanks for being here for another great show. You guys are the best chat on YouTube, the best community. Always thanking the Mod Squad because best, hands down. We've had a lot of people coming over to the Facebook page, and one group in particular they're coming into a lot. I love talking to you guys between shows. We have a lot of fun in Discord. If you want to come chat in there, send me an email. Come in and let's chat. I said check because I was reading a comment. Let's chat. So we have another show at 9 a.m. Central tomorrow. Don't forget to sub the channel, hit the remind, come in and talk to us. We want everybody's opinion, everybody's theory. There's no right or wrong in here. Well, there's a few wrongs in here, but you'll figure that out real quick. And in the meantime, we will see you guys at noon Central Time for Kevin's big launch. You guys are the best. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye.